Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Nashville Super Speedway race review. And the first thing I want to say is thank you, NBC, for a great broadcast. It was very enjoyable to watch. Not really many complaints. That's honestly the first thing I kind of want to talk about. Was it was nice for the booth to have excitement, um, taking everything seriously. Not just dull and then complete silliness and stuff from Fox. The commercials even seemed better with NBC, and it was just nice. And when there was kart battles on track, you had two, sometimes even three different camera shots on screen showing three different battles with widescreen shots. They were always looking for battles around the racetrack and stuff, and it was just great to watch because you're always entertained. And I think also having just a really good race helps with that. So yeah, thank you NBC for putting on a great broadcast and stuff. And we also had post race coverage, which just ended, which was also very nice. So yeah, it was great. Actually watch a broadcast and not like rip your hair out. Like there was no moment you were like, "What are you doing on the broadcast?" Like it was just nice, because like I have like watching Fox, man. Like half the races, you're like, "What are they doing?" It's like they're confused and not sure what to do. But everything on NBC was like seems so much better. You didn't have to complain. So it's like something like UIs in video games where you notice bad UIs, but you don't notice good ones. So like you didn't notice anything bad about the broadcast. That means it was really good. So yeah, great broadcast. And get into the race. We had I don't think we've ever had a race that had like so little drama yet was so good. This was a really good race, I thought. I'd probably rank it third best race of the year, behind the 600, and then Kansas being the best race of the year. But like this race was just purely based off good racing. It was simple as that. There was two cautions for incidents: the 45 losing a wheel during green flag pit stops, which kind of shook things up, and then on the restart, Brad missing a shift or whatever happened to him, causing the Kyle Busch Blaney spin and stuff. But yeah, I mean the first stage it was a battle between Ross Chastain and Reddick pretty much the entire stage, and they were going at it. And I believe Reddick used the lap car to get past Chastain and went on to win the stage. And then I think it was pretty sure it was like the start of stage two is when we had that crazy three wide battle for the lead. That was incredible. It was Truex, Byron, and Chastain, I believe. Just a three wide battle, three abreast, three straight laps, just side by side. That was unbelievable. Um, yeah, what a battle there. That was awesome. And then Truex went on the lead for quite a while after that. Um, then, like I said earlier, we had during the pit stops, we had the Tyler Reddick losing a wheel, causing a caution, and then the restart with Ryan Blaney ending up head on into the wall. Which I mean, I don't know what is even going on, how that's even missed in the first place. Why isn't there a safety barrier at that inside wall? Pretty much inexcusable to have um, no safety barriers around the entire track, inside and out. I don't even know why that is messed up. Like that, baffling that it's not there. Um, Two, that wall is like a little island. It's very easy for a car to like hit an edge of that wall, and like half the car goes head on, and the other half doesn't, which could be really really bad. Um, so that's that, and there's not much else to say than I hope Ryan okay. I mean, he seemed okay after his interview, but you don't know, maybe get a concussion or something. Hopefully not. Yeah, but obviously, really bad crash, pretty inexcusable on NASCAR and the track um, for not realizing like there needs to be a safety barrier there. And honestly, that wall needs to be connected. It's a little like island. Like there's the pit road wall. Then there's like the access road to get safety trucks get on track. Then there's that wall Blaney hit for like probably like 30 feet long. And then there's another hole, and then a wall again. There just needs to be one access road. That just can cause problems. Because I think one thing we've learned over the years is there's a hole or some weird place you don't think a car's going to crash, it's going to crash there. But yeah, and the other, so then we moved on after that, and then went green for the rest of the stage with great racing still. Um, Hamlin was the big beneficiary of the caution with Reddick and was able to get a lot of track position and started leading from that point, and then went on to win stage two. Um, yeah, so that's that, right? Then the start of stage three, I believe it was Hamlin in the lead. Led the first. He led a lot of the race till probably like 70 to go, I think, and that's when Chastain got by him. Chastain really turned on late in the race, and Harvick was charging too, and then unfortunately he got a flat tire, which is just really unfortunate and ruined his day because we didn't get a caution in stage three, and he ended up finishing 24th with a car that could have possibly won the race because he was hauling the mail, to say the least. Then we had the green flag cycle, and they kind of eliminated Hamlin because he had a poor stop. But even Hamlin after the race said like we kind of just had a third place car. So then you had a couple guys go for the long game, but didn't really work out for them too much. And then yeah, so Truex pitted first, gained a little bit of time with Chastain, and then Chastain just had to play air games and try to guess where they were going, the lap traffic. It was making a pretty compelling race, even though dirty air was having a lot to do with it. But for what we're stuck with in NASCAR right now with the dirty air games and just hard to follow, it was very good. I mean, the battle for the lead was entertaining, and honestly, the lead, like no one really broke away this race. Like I think there's probably a few times where someone got out of like a second or two, but yeah, no one really got that far out ahead, which was really impressive this race. And it was just a very engaging race for a race that didn't really have a lot of drama. It was just good racing, and yeah, it was just a great race. So, and I think it's more also shout out to Nashville Super Speedway from a racing perspective. Is I think all three races have been pretty good at this racetrack. And I think it's made a pretty good case to be a mainstay on the series for quite a while. Even if the fairgrounds do become a thing, I think you still have a race at the fairgrounds and Super Speedway. Um, yeah, I this has been a great track the last 3 years, and I think this was the best Nashville race we've had out of the three so far. Um, so yeah, I'm excited to hopefully keep this track on the schedule, and then yeah, um, but yeah, overall it was a great race. Let's go over the top 10. Ross Chastain obviously won, Truex second, Hamlin third, and Chase got a good fourth place finish. Not necessarily impossible. Point his way in. I think it's pretty unlikely. But if you want to if you want to try to point your way in, a fourth place will do the job. Larson got fifth, and then Byron sixth, and then Bell seventh. Eric Jones with an eighth place finish. I was super happy because this has been like the season from hell. And there was like no gimmicks to this one. This was like it was like an eighth place car. It was just a good car, good race, and put everything together. Kyle Busch ninth after early troubles and then having the spin with Blaney and stuff. So he had a really good recovery as well. And then AJ Allmendinger rounded out the top 10 and starting to creep into that playoff picture. I think he's like 25 points out, and you got quite a few road courses coming. You got 3 road courses coming up. Never know, man. He can point his way in. He's starting to get some momentum, it looks like, but we'll see. Um, Yeah, it's been crazy. The playoff bubble is tightening up, which from Bubba Wallace to McDowell, that it's tightening up, and it'll be very interesting to see how it plays out over the next couple of weeks. And if we get a new winner that's outside the top 16, ooh, lad, it's gonna get crazy. Um, speaking of next, speaking of new winners, maybe we won't get one next week, but next week like is the impending disaster. I think. I'm kind of critical of the Chicago Street Course. It looks, from a track layout perspective, it looks pretty horrible, and it's really narrow. I'm not really sure how you're supposed to pass without just wrecking a guy. Um, yeah. So next week's gonna probably be a disaster for the ages. It'll be entertaining, but probably a disaster. So yeah, that's all I've got. It was a great race. Thank you, NBC, my beloved. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.